Saramian. We're coming to the end of the dopamine detox. Tomorrow is going to be our last gym session. Not forever, but just off the 4-week stretch, I guess. And then on Sunday, of course, we're seeing Patrick. So things are going to be wrapping up. I guess maybe on the weekend, me and Pels will sit down and go over what went well, what didn't go well, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. But yesterday was a really good day, man. We started advertising our next sound bath in the city, not last night, the night before, and woke up yesterday morning and we'd sold 4 tickets already. By the end of yesterday, by the time I went to bed, which was about 9ish, we'd sold 13 tickets. We'd sold 13 tickets. We'd sold nearly half. So in just one day, we've sold half the tickets. I've got like this running joke with pals in a minute saying, we need more dates. We need more dates. We need more dates. Because one, we do, obviously, and two, because it's funny. But it's really interesting because we sold one just before Pearls went to dance, and my phone went off, like the notification has got like a da-ding sound, so we know it's a sale. But as I heard it, my heart dropped, like it sank a little bit. I got a bit like anxious almost, and I was like hoping to pick it up and turn it around and see what it was, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, which was a sale for our other event, which is a Sip and Paint. And I realized in that moment, I was like, oh, like why was I not happy about selling tickets for the sound bath, and I wanted something else? And I just had to like catch myself in that feeling, and I guess first and foremost I identified that, hey, I'm feeling just a little bit, apprehensive, because this is our first Sip and Paint. Obviously we haven't sold it out yet, which is fine. We didn't sell out our first sound bath either, but there's just like that pressure for it to do well. Do you know what I mean? There's that pressure, like, I guess because it's a kind of community social type of event as well. The more people that are there, I guess the better it will be. But we do have 4 people coming already, plus me or Pearls. That's 6. That's more than enough people to have a good time. So I kind of have to look at it that way. But I just caught myself in that feeling of like, it was like a bit of disappointment that it wasn't that ticket. And I had to be like, wait, like, that's not how I should be rolling. So, I let go of that. And in that moment, I was like, be grateful for this, Paris. Like, this is still great. This is still amazing. Like, you still want to sell tickets for your other events. You still want people to come and, catch the vibes and enjoy the experience. So, like, it's a blessing, bro. And I was just like to myself, yeah, you're right, And then I changed that feeling to gratitude, and I moved on with the rest of the evening. And Pels left. And I had dinner and ended up tidying up, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna put my earphones in and we're just gonna vibe it out. I put on some music that like I know all the lyrics to, so I could sing along, rap along, whatever it was, and I cracked on. But as I had my earphones in, my phone went off again. Bing! So I've looked down, 2 more tickets, and then 10 minutes later, bing, 2 more tickets. I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And then I think another 20 minutes or so, bing, another ticket sold. I was like, wow. And then Pels must have come home maybe 10-15 minutes after that, and by this point I had taken my earphones out and I connected my phone to our boom boxes, so I'm blaring the tunes now whilst cleaning the apartment, singing, dancing, rapping, just vibing, because like, mood's lifted and that, and it felt like a bit of a celebration. But Pels has come home, we started dancing around like, wow, we've nearly sold half more tickets. And then she was like, oh, have you seen the emails? And I was like, no, what's in the emails? She was like, oh, someone wants us to do a private session for them. And I was like, oh my god. What a day, man. But like, I can't say it's directly because I changed the way I feel or changed the way I felt about it, But it seems when you move with gratitude, you receive more blessings. And this is just one real life example of that happening yesterday. But there's been loads of instances throughout these last couple of weeks where I would say trying, but I'm not trying. I am cultivating gratitude, and it's showing up in my life. The more I'm grateful for the things that I have, the more I'm receiving, the more we're receiving, the more like things are going the right way for us. And I've never really had this before. It's almost like we're playing a video game. It's that crazy, but it feels good and it's exciting and it's like making me come alive. And it's like the feedback that I'm getting, it just makes me feel, it just is a nod that yes, Paris, you are living your purpose right now. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in exactly the right place, in exactly the right time. And I just need to be confident in that. Never let anything external change that, because there will be times where events don't go the way we want, or other things that we do don't go the right way, or we get disappointed or upset or let down or whatever, things that meet our expectations. But that's the whole point. That's the game. Yeah, it's okay to, visualize how you want things to go, but to have an expectation usually means that you'll be disappointed. So I think what I'm going to do moving forward is, of course, keep leaning into this gratitude that I'm feeling and keep being grateful for everything that's coming to us. But on the other side is also to let go of expectations and to take things how they, how it is. Because that is just a better way to live in balance. And like I said, with the expectation, you will eventually be disappointed. So why not get rid of the expectation and just live in the moment and be blessed? Do you know what I mean? It's like even our first sound bath, like it went really well, but getting up to that week leading up to the sound bath was really stressful. We had to obviously get the whole event ready. We had to get our stuff ready for it. Pearls ordered a board, like a big event board to go outside the space, and the person was fucking around with that, so she had to end up buying another one, which was 24 hours before our event. Fortunately, that one came. Our Uber driver was late. We ordered an Uber, it was raining, and it was like 16 minutes until your Uber. We're like, oh, what? Fortunately, when the Uber did turn up, it was a RAV4 Jeep, so we had like all the space to put in, which we didn't order. We just ordered an Uber Pet, but by chance it was a bigger car, so blessings on that. But we were stressing. We got to the event like 45 minutes before we were able to set up, but on the way to the Uber, like on the way to the place in the Uber, we kind of were just like, well, this is out of our control anyway. We'll get there when we get there. It's probably a good thing that we're turning up late, because we can't go in there till 6. The thing starts at 6:30. We'll probably should be sat there stressing, overthinking. So it actually took our minds off things, and it all worked out for the best. But I guess that's just an example of like having expectations or wanting things to go a certain way, and the universe throwing you a curveball, and you have to move, you have to adapt, you have to be flexible. When you remain rigid, that's when you can snap. So yeah, man, like things is going good. Things is going real good. I'm looking forward to our next event this Saturday. We're doing a sound bath in the city, but it's a morning session, so people are going to come and start their day off right. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of the day, but I guess we'll see. And then next week we've got the Sip and Paint on Saturday afternoon, which is a sober Sip and Paint, which I'm DJing, so I've been putting music together for that, which has also been really fun, because one, we're doing 90s and noughties music, mainly like R&B and hip hop. One, like it's music that we grew up with, and I before any music, that's the music I listened to. I loved it. I love it. And two, it's also music that I've never really got the chance to DJ, so that's been a whole learning curve, and it's been a lot of fun as well, because not only am I listening and rediscovering music that like I used to play on repeat, I'm also getting a chance to play it out to someone, and that's super exciting as well. And I'm just discovering as well with DJing, like I think it can be hard, because as DJs you have to play the music for the crowd, right? And I get it. I have done that when playing out loud. Like you do play for the crowd. You don't just choose music that you like, because not everyone's gonna like your music. But the way I see it is like, that's just one formula that works. What about if you could play your music that you like and people come to you because they like the music that you play? Then you get to actually love DJing even more. Do you know what I mean? So that is something that I'm learning and discovering, and obviously because we're putting on events, I get the choice to kind of do that, or the power to do that, which is really exciting. And that's something I'm going to lean into even more. It's like, okay, what other like tracks do I like? What other types of music do I like? And how can I bring this to people and find other people that like this music? Because the music that I listen to isn't underground. Like, okay, I listen to underground music, but what I mean is like, you know, it's not like people haven't heard the songs that I really like. They like them, and it's like, why don't we play the songs that people like? So that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, I'm going to take Nisa back because it is bloody freezing, and I'm going to crack on with the day. Nisa, would you like to say any words? Any words? No? Okay. Come on then, let's go. Oh, you're cold.